Full house today. Obviously, a tremendous win for us under a lot of adversity. I thought Javonte was phenomenal. I told somebody before the game, they said, "What's it going to look like?" I said, "Well, it's probably not going to be as aesthetically pleasing, but he's going to get the job done, and that's what he does. It won't look as crisp, but he's going to get the job done, and he's done that for us all season long. So very proud of him and Skylar Cavell with the double-double, and so I was just very proud of our team overall. We overcame a lot of adversity. We had to pretty much flip our game plan in a night on things, and so we were able to do that. And our guys were really locked in and really focused. We did an extra walkthrough this morning. We were basically walking through up until we went on the court to warm up, so we could we could get some things going. And the initial plan was to really feed Nas the ball down low, and then he gets the 2 fouls, and that really hurt us there. So we had to kind of go to plan C, I guess it would be from there. But throughout the second half, we turned the game by getting the ball in the paint and being able to beat them in the paint. We were down 4 in the paint at halftime. I think we won by 8, so we were able to flip that. We were able to flip that by 12 points, and then being able to convert those points off turnovers, we won that by 8, and did a good job going to the free throw line as well. So just a great team win and a great atmosphere. That's as good as it gets for college basketball. Our fans to be here at 11 a.m. like that, the students, it was awesome. So hopefully everybody will come back on Tuesday night.
Coach, you always say that shooting more free throws or making more free throws than the other team shoots is a big key for y'all. Just how important was that, even without Tremont out there tonight?
It was huge. We just wanted to drive that ball in there. Javonte drove it in there. We all just drove it in there, shot faked, and drove it in there. And so, I think we took 16 threes in the first half. I think that's right. We were 4 of 16. And we only took 9 threes in the second half. We were much better, much better with what we were doing in the second half. So when you don't have Tremont, there's a little bit narrower path to win, and our guys executed well, and we were able to navigate that path.
It seemed like a flip kind of switch with Javonte in the second half. What were you seeing on his ability to kind of just take over?
That's how he is. He's so tough. I just love him. He's everything we're about as a program. He's everything we're about. He's from Louisiana. He loves LSU. He loves it. And so there's no doubt he was making those 2 free throws. I was actually, until he was going to miss the second one, but once I knew they were going to call timeout, I said we might as well just make it. So we at least, but if he's going to miss the second one, so that they didn't have enough time, and but he's just, there's no doubt those things were going in. I love his hustle, his grit, and he gets the job done, and that's the best. We only turned the ball over 7 times today. That's huge. To be able to value the ball and just make simple plays and only turn over 7 times was just tremendous.
You talked the other day about Javonte representing Louisiana. Today you had Javonte and Skylar Mays kind of carry this game for you,
Yeah.
2 guys from right here in Baton Rouge. What's that mean for this team and this program?
It was awesome. They basically played the entire game. I don't think I subbed Sky out the whole game. And Javonte just got a minute, but just everybody contributed. How about Marshall? Marshall comes in and hits a 3. That's what he does. We told him, I felt yesterday he practiced. He's usually on the scout team. He torches us on the scout team. He's usually the other team's best shooter and just torches us. And we put him on the purple team yesterday. He kept missing everything. I said, "Daggone, Marshall, just shoot it like you norm. Just calm down and be yourself and do what you do." And not only the shot, he had some great defensive possessions. He contested shots. He had a tremendous block out. So just a total team effort, but obviously led by Javonte and Skylar.
Will, Javonte said he didn't miss a free throw at practice yesterday. Is that normal for him?
Yeah, he's a really good free throw shooter. Him and Skylar are 2 best free throw shooters, and I thought getting to the line and those guys converting was critical.
You got Kavari got 6 offensive rebounds and was able to get a few of them put back, just big-time work on the boards. Can you just comment on that?
Yeah, Cavell was awesome. Another double-double. I think that's his 6th in SEC play in 14 games. That's 6 double-doubles for him. He was tremendous. He was tremendous. He was so active and did a great job.
Will, if you're not going to have Tremont, is a nice compliment to have the smart experience of Sky and the fearlessness of Javonte?
Yeah, we felt comfortable. We felt confident. We felt comfortable. you know, in some ways it helps us defensively a little bit. We could play a little bit bigger and we could switch some things. It helped us in this game particularly. And so I thought, you know, I have total faith in those guys. I have total faith in Javonte, total faith in Skylar, and you know they delivered today on a big stage, which is what you want to do. Javonte, I told you guys I think the other day in the press conference, you know, anytime there's a big game, he's been spades for us. He's been awesome, and so today was no different.
Yeah, Will, can you give us an update on Tremont? When did he start getting sick, and what's going on with
He
him?
hadn't been feeling well. He got an IV yesterday to try to make a go of it, and he just didn't. I mean, you know, in a game like this, you got to be. He couldn't do it, and we weren't. You know, I love to win basketball games, but our kids' health and that sort of thing is much more important than winning basketball games. And so, our doctors said that you know they didn't think he could make a go of it. He's day to day. I would assume we'll probably have him back for Tuesday, but you know, he just couldn't make a go of it, and he tried. You know, he wanted to play, and just couldn't make a go of it.
Will, you mentioned limiting your turnovers. Tennessee had 14, one of their higher totals. They're supposed to be the veteran team. You're the young team. Why do you think that happened, and what does it say about your guys?
I don't know. I was really, you know, they're top 5 in the country they average like 18 assists a game too. You know, they share the ball really well. You know, I think we were able to make them into some one-on-one players, which is what we wanted to do. They obviously made some great plays. Grant Williams made some great plays. Schofield was just torching us. You know, we set back in the lane. We didn't guard a couple guys. I didn't think it was going to be our day when Alexander hit a 3. Was that his first 3 of the year? I think it was maybe. Kyle Alexander for them. I think it was maybe his first 3 of the year. So, but you know, I thought we heat him up. We had good ball pressure and just did a nice job.
Will, you talked yesterday about their offensive efficiency, and you hold them to 44%, 40 in the second half. What was the key to that, especially in the second
hand
half?
activity was good. I thought our guys did a good job of getting the scouting report into the game plan. I thought for the most part we contested a lot of shots. I mean, those mid-range jump shots they hit are some tough. I mean, those are some tough shots. I was really disappointed in the first half. We didn't rebound. They had 8 second chance points, which was the difference in the game when we were down 5.
Will, what motivated you to take the mic after the game?
Well, I just felt like it was a big win for our team, big win for our program, and you know, a lot of those people, you know, they may not have been here all year. They hadn't been here, you know, maybe they've only been to the PMAC a couple times in the last few years. So we wanted to make sure we knew that that our team appreciated them and would, you know, we want to continue to build the program and have them back. So I mean, we play for our fans, the state, the school, and so it's important that we recognize those folks.
Back to Tremont, sorry. Was he sick on Wednesday too, or was this something that came after that?
He probably was sick on Wednesday, but it was something that we didn't know till after the game, or he didn't necessarily disclose till after the game. But he wasn't feeling. I would say he wasn't 100% on Wednesday. I'd say that's fair.
Hey, Will, you talked about being getting nationally relevant again. What's this win mean?
It doesn't do much for you if we're not consistent. You know, we got 4 games left in SEC play. We got Texas A&M. You know, our problem hadn't been getting up for the big games. I mean, we've gotten up for the big games. The problem's been taking care of business against people at home. That's been the issue. So, I mean, we're, you know, when the lights are shining and the popcorn's popping, we've been pretty good when it's packed. And so we've got a new challenge ahead of us Tuesday night to play a very good A&M team, a team that we beat the first time, but we did a great job on their best player that you can't necessarily count on that. And Tremont had a career night. What did he go for, 36 or something like that there? And so, you know, it's a new challenge, and we got to turn the page tomorrow and certainly begin to get ready for them. But we've got to have a much higher level of consistency. That's one thing I respect about Tennessee. You know, I mean, they've lost on the road at Kentucky and LSU, two very tough games and 2 very good teams, but they've just plowed through everybody else. And you know, that's the next step for us is, yeah, we can get up for these big games, but can you plow through other teams, and can you handle business when you need to handle it? And that's where we've got to get drastically better, especially if we want to close it out and try to win the league.
2 questions. First, you mentioned the team effort. What Days gave you and being able to play him at the 3?
Great. Days was awesome. You guys all know I love him. I didn't play him enough in the Florida game. I screwed that up. I should have played him more in the Florida game. I think he gave us a great chance. And then, it's just his size and the way he goes about things is phenomenal. And so, I love what he brings to us on the court, and he's got a great spirit about him. We were big out there. You got Days at the 3 and Nas and Cavell out there and Javante and Scott. Just got a big lineup, and there's a lot of things you can do with that defensively. It gives us a little bit more flexibility and versatility.
When you first got here, Skylar was a primary point guard. He's been much more off the ball since. There were stretches today. There's, when you took Javante out, he was the guy, and Marshall was at the 2. Just the ability for him to ease back into that role and make plays.
Yeah, and then, we ran some kind of point guard plays for him from the 2, to get him into some ball screens. He did a great job all day attacking. That was a great attack at the end to draw the foul. So he's somebody he worked. Look, it's no secret. Javante and Skylar work so hard. They stay after practice every day and work together, work on their ball handling, work on their shooting, and you get rewarded in big moments when you can take advantage of those opportunities.
Well, there are obviously some games when teams learn more about themselves than others, and to not only play without Waters, but to have Reed in early foul trouble. He didn't score a single point until the last minute of overtime. If someone tells you before the game that that's going to be the scenario against Tennessee, how do you rate your odds?
I don't know. We got a lot of guys that can step up and play, and so we believe in our guys. And I told him that last night. I told him, everybody's going to tell you, oh, you got to step up, No, you just got to do your job to the best of your ability. We don't need anything crazy. We got good players. We got good guys. They work hard. Just do what you do the best you've done it all year. That's plenty good enough. And so, I thought we've got a total team, and we got different guys who can step up at different times, and we had that today.
Coach, was it just two really good teams, intensity, the crowd, everything, the officiating? It seemed like there were a lot of reviews,
I'm not talking about that.
different.
Jacques. Golly, Jacques, you trying to get me fined? We had a good win.
Well, you did.
I'm not talking about that. You can ask the conference or whoever you want to ask about that.
What's it like to celebrate with your athletic director, Joe Oliva, and the others on the court when you win?
It was fun. That's what you do it for. And Joe and Verge and Matt Laborde and all those guys have been so supportive since we got here, and that's what we do it for. And we want. And Dr. Alexander was great. He came and spoke to our team in the locker room after the game, and so it's a good day when everybody's happy.